What's up? How's it going? How are you doing? That's valid. It's a little weird to be speaking into my camera and microphone with no audience. I can't tell if my jokes land. I can't look at each and every one of you in the eyes, conveying emotion with more than words, and giving you that little head nod of appreciation. The aesthetic of graduation, all of us looking cute in our caps and gowns, together, is just a figment of our imagination now. Our graduation, our once-in-a-lifetime celebration of the completion of high school, our broken and scattered walking of the stage, or for those who can't, our diplomas being sent through the mail. It's all a bittersweet reminder that this is the world we live in right now. But also that we made it through such a hard and formative time in our lives. I asked you how you were feeling, and I really want to know. Let it all out. No one's there to see you scream into a pillow right now. I'll do it for you. I hope that for at least a moment, you felt proud. You did it! And I hope you know that there are so many people out there, and people in here, who are proud of you. I'd like to acknowledge, however, that none of us got to where we are now alone. And I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who's helped us along the way. Thank you to the Albany High School and Albany Unified School District Administration for your tireless work in trying to create a safe school environment and holding us to high standards of personal and academic integrity. Thank you to the Albany High School counselors for helping us navigate through high school with college apps and schedules. Thank you, teachers. No words can express how integral you have been in our development. Thank you to our librarians of past and present, to our coaches and athletic directors, to our mental health counselors, to our custodians, and to everyone else who helped contribute to Albany High School. Thank you, parents and guardians, for directly and indirectly supporting your children throughout their lives. I'd like to shout out my parents, Halian and Farah. You're the GOAT. Most importantly, I want to thank my classmates. The joy and spirit and atmosphere and activism that you have brought is phenomenal. We would literally not be the same people we are today without each other. And throughout the years, we stood up for what we believed in. And when we didn't stand for something, we sat down. There are moments in life that we cherish forever. There are moments that we try hard to forget. And there are moments that, although uncomfortable, we must not forget. Maybe we tried to forget the awkwardness of freshman year. It was a new dynamic. We had our first club rush and homecoming, and we're just starting to figure out who we were. Puberty. I remember concert choir freshman year, and we were doing this warm-up exercise. People were being called out individually to sing. And you know what it's like with all those nerves when you're pointed out, singled out. Your voice cracks. Long story short, I stuck with choir and never looked back, and it's been a blast singing with this amazing group of people. Looking back, it might seem like freshman you was a completely different person, and you'd be right. Maybe you tried to forget the stress of sophomore and junior year. We had too many tests. The PSAT and SAT and ACT and AP and state standardized tests. We had clubs, found internships and leadership positions, jobs. We had concerts and TCALs and nationals. Looking back, it might seem like sophomore and junior you was a completely different person. And you'd be right. Senior year, we had the insane process of college apps and figuring out what we were going to do for the next years of our lives after high school. No matter where you're at now, it's okay. Trip on this. Thank you, Mr. Morris. You're a different person than who you were, but what you've been through has shaped who you are now. You've learned how to overcome. we've learned how to overcome. When we learned of racists in our midst, using their power and privilege on social media to spread hate instead of joy, we didn't stand for it. We got informed, we gathered evidence and alerted administration. We spoke out against those who were hurting our community. When the issue of sexual assault and predation and accountability was brought into our view, we held forums and spoke on the importance of solidarity and feminism with our peers. When we needed to fight for the climate, we protested and promoted green initiatives around our community. And now, after the death of George Floyd, we are doing what you can. We are doing what we can from home. I see you, and your efforts have not gone unappreciated. And if you're silent, I would appreciate it if you weren't. We can make a difference. We might feel good about the things we've done, and it's good to cherish those memories. But don't forget the injustices around us. It won't stop if we stop fighting. Don't forget the struggles you've been through and how you've overcome. Yes, even getting up in the morning is a victory. Use that energy and continue to do what you love, being a good person and letting that reflect off of you to others. Whatever you end up doing is worth cherishing. For every uncomfortable memory, we have great memories of high school. I remember birdwatching with Mr. Feast, going camping with Edset, singing in Valentine's grams for Vocal Soul. Maybe you made a friend these last 4 years. Scratch that, you definitely made a friend these last 4 years. And if you don't think that's true, someone definitely thinks of you as a friend. You shared bread, or maybe a muffin from the school cafeteria. You found out you liked the same music, or maybe they introduced you to music that you've grown to love. You sang together or played an instrument together. Maybe you freestyle rapped every Thursday in room 18 in the art building. Maybe you talked about anime during PE class, or bonded over chemical bonds in Science Olympiad. Maybe you went to Ragers and blew off some steam. Maybe you just vibed. High school only comes around once. So let's cherish the memories of the people we met and the great things we've done. But keep the memories of the injustice and the struggles we've faced. It won't be the same, but using what we've learned, it might be better. As adults, we're going to have more freedom, but also more responsibilities. And so, to the Albany High School graduating class of 2020, I say, congratulations! Go be awesome adults.